You are welcome back. I'm Biarhanga Moses from TechSoft, and in the previous video we looked at installation of the system. Now we are going to look at the system settings of the system and registration of the first member. If you did not watch the previous video of installation, kindly click in the link in the description of this video for you to be able to watch the first tutorial. Now I'm going to log in as admin. All these credentials were set after installation, and all right, I am there. So the first thing to do is to set the prefix. This system gives account numbers according to the set prefix. So every member to save any money on this system must be provided with account number. So for example, if you look at the add member form, it will ask for us to set a few things like member units, account types, and all that. So I'm going to go to system settings, then we go to account number prefix. We are all seeing here, and I'm going to set it to test, for example, test. So if we set test, that means every account number is going to have test, then 001, 002, 003, that will be the account numbers. All right, then under registration fees, if you have the minimum registration fees for your members, for example, you have it is 50,000, 100,000, and maybe shares of 50, so you can set it here, plus many other more. We shall talk about them in other videos. For now, let us set account number types. Account number types mean the members, how many accounts will they have. For example, we can have a savings account, then we have group account, then we have so many types of accounts. Of course, every member can have a savings and savings account where he makes deposits and withdraws. There are other accounts that are owned by group by purpose. For example, you are contributing for a given party, and then you create an account for members to keep contributing to that account. So I am going to create a savings account. Savings account. Savings account, and the owner is going to be member. The members will own this account, and I'll add the type. Okay, so once I've added the type, we are supposed to add transaction types that are going to be done on that given account. For example, members are allowed to withdraw on that account. Members are allowed to deposit some money on that account. So we have to set them. But before we can set them, we need to set the bank accounts that are going to be associated with this account. So scroll down to banking information, and then go to add bank account, and I'm going to add one bank, let's say Stanbic Bank. Stanbic Bank. Okay, Stanbic Bank. And the main branch, I'll put Kampala. And then the account number, I can put 300,305,13271. And the amount, the balance which is on that account is 0, and I'm going to save that. If you want to upload the logo of that given bank, for those who want to emphasize it, so we can come here and click on edit, then choose the logo of Stanbic Bank. Let me look for the logo just inside my assets. I'm very sure I had that logo. Okay, so it is already here and I save it. So when I go back to the list of the banking institutions, we shall be able to see that Stanbic Bank is there with 0 shilling. So when we go back to the system settings, we are supposed to create transaction types. So a member is allowed to make deposit, for example, deposit, and it is an addition on the account, and it is on this account type, and the Stanbic Bank will be associated to it. So what effect that is going to happen on the balance in the bank? Okay, so the effect is addition, because this member, once he deposits money, we are supposed to increase the balance in the bank or reduce. So here you choose whether the transaction types, when the transaction is done, should the system do any effect on the bank balance, or it should not do anything. And for now I'm going to make it enabled for explanation, and then in the near future we shall look at the disabled part. So I'm going to save that transaction type. Well, saved successfully. Now what is remaining is saving the organizational units of members. For example, you might be having members belonging to different organizational units, and then you say your circle engulfs maybe very many members that are coming from very many locations. So you may have to choose, maybe me, I'm going to organize the members according to where they come from, and then I can say maybe male and female. I can say, okay, members from Taleja, members from Kampala, depending on the units the members are grouped into. So I'm going to arrange them into ordinary member, for example, and then maybe we are going to have other member as another member as management. That means this member is on the management committee. Okay, and then lastly, on the system settings, we look at custom fields. So the custom fields are they help you to add bio information on the member registration form. When we look at the member registration form under members, and we click on add member, you notice that they are those fields that are compulsory to this system. And then we looked at the account number. You can see the first member will be test 0001, and organizational units that we set are already listed here. But what I'm talking about is, if there is any other field that is left out by this system, you can add it using the custom fields. For example, you might need to have seconders. Let's say as you're registering a member, you need seconders or guarantees. You can as well add them here, or you need the telephone number of maybe the parent or anything. So let's go back to settings, and then we look at custom fields. So under custom fields here, you might need, for example, to add seconder, name of the seconder. So I'm going to add here seconder's name. Seconder's name, and it is going to be a text, not a number. If it is a number, still you select from here, or email. So text, and then is it compulsory or optional? This means a member can be registered even if he doesn't have a seconder, if we choose optional. So I'm going to make it compulsory and add it. Now if we go back to the members registration form, you can see that the seconder's name is added here. And if the field is a selectable field, for example, you want to add whether this applicant is married or not married, and that's marital status. So you can as well go back to settings and go to custom fields and add here marital status, and select the type as a select. In other words, it will give you a drop down for someone to select a value, and let's make it an optional value. Okay, so once we are done, we are supposed to set the values, because if we go under the add member, the value is going to be there, but there are no set values. So let us set the values. Okay, and we look at the values. Selectable field options, and I'm going to put here married. It is under marital status. Add that. Then again add here single. Here single, and it is under marital status. Okay, so once we go back to the add member, you can see that our selectable option is having the set fields, and someone can as well add as more fields as possible according to the needs of your organization. Thank you very much for watching, and in our next tutorial we shall look at registration of one member and adding an account number to that given member. See you in the next tutorial.